What's good? What's good? What's good? Amped up to be here this morning. I showed up early. Let me say what's good to the good people out there. First of all, let me thank God for allowing me to be here to talk to you guys today about a variety of subjects. Before I get into the subjects, and I'll tell you what the subjects are, I'm trying to be more formatted in this show for selfish purposes, reuse purposes. Mike in the building. What's up, man? All things. What's going on, man? The beautiful and the consistent Barbara D. How are you this morning? Antonio Shy. What's going on, man? Jose Lopez in the building. What's happening, man? I think I said what's up to Ray Patter. Omega Red. Franz Kafka. Good to see you, sir. Tim Carey. What's going on? Ty Drayford. How are you, my lady? I hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. We have some good conversations, man. I'm going to wait till about 100 people get in here, and then we'll start going. Let me tell you what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about Paulie Malignaggi running off at the lips. Paulie Malignaggi running off at the lips. What's going on, Zucani? Vukili? Zucani? So we're going to talk about Paulie Malignaggi running off the lips. We're going to talk about the David Benavidez, David Morrell fight. We're going to talk about the Figueroa versus Fulton fight on the undercard of Benavidez and Morrell. We're going to talk about Errol Spence Jr. and Gervonta Davis's impending retirement. Because, you know, it doesn't seem like these guys are careers are going to go that much longer. You have Gervonta Davis, who talked about retirement. And we also have Errol Spence Jr., whose physical status and, you know, just his general situation points to him retiring within the next couple years. You know, to preserve his health, man. His body's been through a lot with that car accident, multiple car accidents. So I would like to point out that the mainstream media would have hated on these dudes their entire damn career. From the beginning, Gervonta Davis has been complained about by the mainstream media from the very beginning. And Errol Spence Jr. has been complained about by the mainstream media from the beginning. If they go their entire careers with these guys doing nothing but whining about them and ridiculing them from the beginning of their career forward. Thank you, Deborah Booker. Appreciate you so much. Thank you. Deborah Booker said, good to see you. Thank you. It's good to be seen. Thank you. That's one super chat. Actually, that's 4 super chats, really. Yeah, because she hit here with a 20 piece. Towards the goal today on Super Chat Thursday. Because it is Super Chat Thursday. Give me 1 second. Nah, blah. I thought I had something I didn't have. Martin Tank not getting ready to retire. He just mad. Well, look, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it in the slot where it's necessary to talk about it. For sure we will. Is Gervonta Davis in a situation of retiring? Look, I take the man at his word. I take that man at his word. So, taking him at his word, I have to think and I have to reflect. Super Chat Thursday. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you so much, man. Thank you so much. That's 2. That's 2. New donators or new supporters are definitely welcome. Hey, what's going on? Gilbert Jimenez says, salute to you, Martin, and everyone in the chat. Salute to you, Gilbert Jimenez. Thank you for your support. Thank you for constantly coming by, man. You're a blessing in my life. Big as is Big Block in the building. So when I'm gonna wait till like 200 people get in the building. We're at 114 between the two. Barbara Davis with the third. Thank you, Barbara Davis. Barbara Davis. Man, they for some reason. Hey, super chat. She says super chat Thursday. Thank you so much. Super chat Thursday, and it's cold. Thank you, man. I get to Barbara D's the only one I respond to with hearts. The rest of y'all get thumbs up, and thank you so much. Hey, Bird 101 with the big $5 holler. Thank you, brother. Thank you. That is 4. Thank you. Thank you so much for your support, man. For real, because I got to pay this dude. No joke, man. We're getting some high quality production videos going on over on MH Blackwell. So we have endured some costs. So thank you. Thank you, Barbara D. For real, you're the only one that gets hearts. Everybody else gets thumbs ups. And thank you, Lordies. Anyway, we have to stop roasting Devin Haney fans. So Peter, chop it up with Fanon. Devin Haney's not on the he's not on the agenda today. We have Paulie Malignaggi. We're going to talk about what Paulie Malignaggi said. We're going to talk about this fight coming up this weekend, both the Benavidez fight and the Figueroa fight. We're going to talk about Errol Spence and Gervonta Davis, and I'm going to go in on you clowns for hating on these dudes his whole career, man. God, dog, y'all hated on Gervonta Davis his whole career. If he retires, who would blame him? Paulie, you hated on him his whole career. And what a bad comparison he used. Sorry. Hey, salute for 9. I'm supposed to be asleep just home from an overnight. I've been having to rewatch your lives because I've been missing. Man, I hate that for you, man, OG. But thank you for coming. OG told me thank you for watching them later on. Man, that's a blessing, man. That is a blessing. Chinchilla said 8 bacon and eggs, sipping coffee, smoking fresh biscotti, and ready for boxing talk. Damn, you're chilling. Chinchilla is chinchilling. All right, man. Pitbull, yeah. Pitbull's fighting too. Yeah, Pitbull's got to fight too. I'll pull up hold on one second. Let me pull it up. Man, I'm so happy there's a fight this weekend. Yesterday I was riding with David Morrell. Today I'm riding with David Benavidez. Yeah, Isaac Cruz is fighting Angel Ferrero. Fierro. Who lost Alfredo Santiago. And a guy named Alex Martin. But anyway, he's a Mexican fighter. So he's fighting his countryman. Thought it was Andy Cruz, not Isaac. Nah. Andy Cruz fought last weekend. Andy Cruz fought last weekend. So no. Here's a link, man. You can tell me who the best is. You're over there on Twitter, and I get you, man. You're gonna give me the same talk, man. Who's the best, man? Who is the best? Chinchilla said Fierro is tough. Should be a fun fight for as long as it lasts. Agreed, but I haven't seen Chinchilla fight, so it's tough for me. It's going to be a tough fight just because Isaac Cruz is in it. Isaac Cruz is very fan friendly. Why you switch to Benavidez? I'm just trying to demonstrate my The shakiness of my prediction. Really. I don't know who's going to win that fight. I have to tell you, to be honest. I'm not that. I seriously, after people started coming by the channel just for what's your prediction for this fight? What's your prediction? As if a fortune teller. If I'm not a fortune teller, then I shouldn't be talking about boxing if I don't get every fight right. You know, so it kind of blew the fun for me of making predictions for fights, because that's kind of irritating to me. Nobody knows who's going to win these fights for sure. The fights haven't happened yet, unless you're fixing fights. If you're fixing fights, then you have a really good idea what's happening with the fight. But to tell you the truth, I haven't switched to anybody. Benavidez says he wants to get undisputed for light heavyweight and then fight Canelo for undisputed in middleweight with 8 belts on the line. Hey, that's what's up. And you're talking about at super middleweight. He said he wants to get undisputed at light heavyweight, then fight Canelo for the undisputed at super middleweight with 8 belts on the line. Hey, man, I love that. But Black, let me tell you something, bro. Lomachenko, Black STFU says Lomachenko, Devin, and Shakur. Lomachenko lost to Devin and lost to Tio, so he's not the best. Devin got beat the hell up by Ryan Garcia, so he's not the best. Tio got beat up by George Kambosos, and Jermaine. Many people think Jermaine Ortiz beat him, so he's not the best. The only other one is Shakur, and Shakur said he's not available because Shakur is over there getting that bag with Turkey Al-Sheikh. So there's the answers to your question. So you said who's the best? You just gave me the name of a bunch of people who are obviously not the best. They either lost or they're not fighting, or they don't want to fight Gervonta right now. Because it's safe to say that Shakur Stevenson doesn't want to fight him right now. If he wanted to fight him right now for real, he'd be fighting him right now. I'm not going to be calling it. I'm not going to call duck. I'm not going to say Shakur Stevenson ducked anybody. I'm just saying if he wanted to fight him right now, he didn't act like he wanted to fight him right now, or that he believed that the fight was possible right now. I will say that about Shakur Stevenson without having to drag Shakur Stevenson's name through the mud. But whatever the case is, you don't know if Shakur Stevenson's the best either. There you go. And the best right now is Usyk. I think the best right now is Terrence Crawford. The best at lightweight is Gervonta Davis, because Gervonta Davis knocked out Ryan Garcia, who knocked out Devin Haney, who beat Lomachenko. There you go. If you go go through the line of ass whooping, it ends with Gervonta whooping their ass, because Lomachenko lost to Devin. Devin lost to Ryan. Gervonta beat Ryan. Why do you want to keep switching up questions, man? You got a lot of questions over there on Twitter. A lot of questions. As soon as I give you a reasonable answer to one question, you come with another question. What am I supposed to do here? Sit here and answer every single solitary question that you could possibly ask? And if I don't have a satisfactory answer, you win? What is this, a contest? Is it a question answering contest, one-sided? Give me a break. Click the link. I put the link in there. What's going on, that dude named Dave? Click the link. I put the link in there. Welcome to click the link at any time. Yes, you are. You are welcome to click that link at any time. I will put that link right there. But I don't think that it is fair for you to ask me a million questions about Gervonta Davis, but you're not making yourself available to answer any questions. You know what I mean? Don't confuse me with the media. I'm not being the media. I'm just being a boxing fan that has a fan forum. So please click that link and answer some questions for me instead of asking them. If nobody gets Gervonta, if Gervonta Davis is not getting fights, not giving fans the fights they want to see, why is Gervonta Davis the highest selling boxer in the United States. I think that's pretty interesting. You guys have some pretty impossible things that you say. Gervonta Davis sells more tickets than anybody other than Canelo Alvarez. In all of boxing, his revenue from his gates are the highest, right after Canelo's. So it would seem that he's giving people the fights that people want to see. Meanwhile, Shakur, who you know I got a lot of appreciation for as a fighter, is fighting on an undercard. He's on Arthur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol's undercard in Saudi Arabia. Come on, man. Come on. What's going on, Thanos? Glad you ain't got Hanos on there. Ooh, that Hanos was heinous. So anyway, just give me a break with all of that, man. Here's this link, though. Then more than likely you will not click. Anyway, I want to talk about Paulie Malignaggi. We got 200 people in the building. Shout out to the 200 people. Look, Paulie Malignaggi said some ridiculous shit. He said that Gervonta Davis, you know, the crap that gets repeated all over the place, that you guys come talk to me about eventually. He said that if he was Gervonta Davis, if he had fought the same people that Gervonta Davis fought, he would have beat them all. And that Gervonta Davis is a manufactured fighter. And that Adrian Broner deserves more praise because even though Adrian Broner did it too much, he fought too many good fighters, he at least wanted to be great and went out there to be great. Now, let's be real, Paulie. I agree that you probably would have beaten the people that Gervonta Davis beat because you're a 147-pound fighter. You're 140, 147-pound fighter. The reason Adrian Broner didn't knock you silly is because you were so much bigger than Adrian Broner. Just give me a break. Of course, you're supposed to beat guys that fight at 130 and 135. You're 140 and 147 pounder. That's easy to say. Like, what is he talking about? Like, what are you talking about? Then he says that Gervonta Davis has never had any Hall of Famers, never beat any Hall of Famers. First of all, let's not even argue about whether or not who's going to make the Hall of Fame, seeing as their careers are not over yet. Right? But let's talk about the fact that your standard for him is so high that he's going to be he's manufactured unless he beats a Hall of Famer. Listen to the standard that Paulie Malignaggi slips in there. He says that he is a manufactured fighter if he doesn't beat a Hall of Famer. I want you to ask something, man. How many real fighters have never beaten a Hall of Famer before? Never beaten a Hall of Famer, but yet are good fighters. You're not supposed to just run around and first of all, not every other fighter is a Hall of Famer. And sometimes you fight in boxing, sometimes you fight in weight classes where there are no Hall of Famers. If these guys did not eventually move into Hagler's weight class, it's very arguable whether or not he would have had an opportunity to fight a Hall of Famer. What about people who are fighting who are like a career 126 pounders? How many Hall of Fame fighters are down there for those guys to fight? You can say that about a lot of people. You can say Leo Santa Cruz. How many Hall of Famers have you beaten? I think Leo Santa Cruz is a Hall of Famer. I'd vote for him for be Hall of Famer. But man, dude, that's a mighty high standard. That's a gigantic state. Do you see the standard? The standards you're setting for Gervonta? In order for him not to be a manufactured fighter, he has to beat a Hall of Famer. Sean Porter's in the Hall of Fame, and he's never beaten a Hall of Fame fighter. Let me repeat. Sean Porter is not a manufactured fighter, but he's beaten. He's never beaten a Hall of Fame fighter. Terrence Crawford has beaten. I don't think Terrence Crawford, if you don't say Errol Spence Jr. is in the Hall of Fame, Terrence Crawford has never beaten a Hall of Famer. Vasily Lomachenko may have beaten one Hall of Famer. Maybe. Because you know they're not going to want to put Guillermo Rigondeaux in that Hall of Fame. If you don't put Guillermo Rigondeaux in that Hall of Fame, Vasily Lomachenko's never beaten a Hall of Famer. Devin Haney has never beaten. Devin Haney's probably beaten a Hall of Famer in Lomachenko. But again, Lomachenko's never beaten a Hall of Famer. Unless you're counting Guillermo Rigondeaux, which a lot of people do not do. So it seems to me that standard is mighty lofty. Let's go through the rest of the fighters who are not manufactured, that have not beaten Hall of Famers. Teofimo Lopez. Oh, I guess Teofimo Lopez beat Lomachenko, who never beat a Hall of Famer. And Devin Haney beat Lomachenko, who's never beaten a Hall of Famer. You're crediting people for beating people that never did what Gervonta Davis, what you claim Gervonta Davis is supposed to do. Beat a Hall of Famer. Kell Brook has never beaten a Hall of Famer. Gennady Golovkin has never beaten a Hall of Famer. Not one time. Arthur Beterbiev has never beaten a Hall of Famer. Not one time. Not one single time has he ever beaten a Hall of Famer. So I really, 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 really want to know why that standard. No. I got this from my guy, Adrian Molina bought me this shirt. No, I'm not Puerto Rican. No. I'm American Negro. Am I missing something? T.O. beat Loma first. Hey, look, I'm just saying. And you know why, Sean? Do you know why Paulie Malignaggi fought top-notch fighters? Anybody want to guess why Paulie Malignaggi fought top-notch fighters? Anybody want to bet? Anybody want to know? You're Puerto Rican, Martin. Thank you. I'm honorary Puerto Rican. You know, we got the kind of Creole-ish type shit going on. Shout out to Puerto Rico. Actually, I bought this myself. I take that back. I bought this myself. Oh, no. Somebody supported the channel. And I bought this shirt in support of Puerto Rico. Who was the gatekeeper? Porter is not a Hall of Famer. Crush a legend. Oh, you did. Thank you, Adrian Molina. Yes, sir. And I wear it proudly, bro. Hey, you can't deport no Puerto Ricans. Hey, you're missing the fact that it is an $80 standard. That's why more. Hey, Fahim, I ain't trying to hear that, dog. Dog, it's $80 because you want to see Gervonta fight. Don't be talking about. Pick a story. I'm responding to Paulie Malignaggi. I ain't trying to hear that. I told you needed a new shirt. Yep, you're right. Thank you. And I got me one. Man, I can't lie, dog. I like Amanda Serrano as a fighter a lot. Paulie was getting his ass whipped, and a girl took the man, Paulie Malignaggi. Come on, man. You know Paulie Malignaggi ain't keeping no girl. Hey, Black SLIFU. Your comment is going to be rife with fallacies. And I seriously, I looked at the first line. I don't want to read the rest. Just click the link, man. I can't show the YouTube audience that statement. I already told you. I'm taking anybody that if you want to argue with me, man, please click the link. I won't even argue with you. I just want to hear your explanation. I promise I will not dismantle anybody anymore. My dismantling days are over with because nobody wants to smoke. I thought that forever and ever and ever, people would want to smoke with me. But just magically, nobody wants any anymore. The talk of the town is this David Benavidez and David Morrell fight. That's the talk of the town. That dude, are you calling the fight on Saturday? Or are you chilling out? No, I'm calling the fight, man. I'm calling the fight for real, for real. Yeah, that's a no can. That's a absolutely. I'm doing that. 100%. I'm doing that. Do not doubt for a second that I'm doing that. I'm gonna have that fight right there. You are too articulate. No, seriously, man. I'm not so articulate that people can't make solid points. I already said, hey, man, much love. Oh, okay, yeah, man. Thank you so much again for that support in the super chat. I wish you guys would stop hiding and step up. Barbara D, they will never do that again. I told you. Barbara, between me and you, can I tell you a story, Barbara D? My mother, I'm assuming that it's okay to tell you a story since it's in the live stream. But Barbara D, back when I used to tell people that nobody wanted to debate me because they could not win a debate with me, and I mean that sincerely, no one, Barbara D. None of these boxing dudes are going to win a debate with me. If the debate takes place, I'm going to win it. It's just that flat. It's either it's going to be we wind up agreeing with each other. In that case, I win. Or they're going to lose. And my mother said, the reason that people don't want to debate me is because I talk so much shit beforehand and I just make them nervous and they don't want to come up. So I entered into a debate with everybody and they all lost. All of them. All of them. Ghost accounts and otherwise. Because I know damn well y'all got ghost accounts. Anyway, so I proved it to my mother. And I think finally she was like, yeah, you're right. They suck. Because my mother's fairly decent at arguing. We do that in our family often. Yeah. She partakes. Only difference. So anyway, they suck, Barbara D, basically. Martin, what time will you be calling the fight on Saturday afternoon? It's a Saturday evening, Bird 101. I said, yeah. So that was pretty much it. And I think after Bill Haney took an L, that was pretty much it for the Hanos squad. Because they couldn't bait me into a debate with BFTB. Because I'm thoroughly not interested in debating him. I like the guy. I don't want to debate with people that I like. It's not worth it. It's truly, truly, truly not worth it. Big Dog Willie, what up? Big Dog Willie said, Bill Haney said he's the 5th Jodeci member. Facts. He be singing that bullshit. He should be. He absolutely, positively should be, man. He absolutely should be. So let's get on this David Benavidez fight. Since don't nobody believe or want to hear crap about what Paulie Malignaggi says. Man. What about them widgets, though? Oh, man. I think that's what when you do that, you're trying to endear yourself to somebody. That's a common, I think that's a standard con job tactic. Well, in the regular conversations, you have your salutation before you start really getting down to business with people. You walk up and you say, hey, man, how you doing? And the person back says, I'm good, man. How was your day? Oh, it was good, man. How's the wife? Oh, she's really good, man. She's out of town, seeing her mother. But, I feel good. It's all love. How's the kids, man? How's the basketball game going? How's the basketball season? They're losing every game, but he's playing a lot, so he's happy. We got a garbage-ass coach. Those type of things. Those are type of, salutation type conversations. And they're meant to kind of lead into the main discussion, which is, hey, do you want to buy some of these widgets? Bill Use that concept though. I ain't gonna lie. He used that concept brilliantly though. Bill Haney's a smart guy. Bill Haney is a highly intelligent individual. You will never hear me say anything other than that about William Haney. William Haney is a very intelligent guy. He really is. Branson in the building. What's good, man? Yeah, Benavidez did look good yesterday, man. Morrell will win. Too much technique for Bergen. Robert Kobe Fitness said Morrell will win. Too much technique for Bergervidez. That's fucked up. Normally con artists have a little bit smart to try to get over. Yeah, they are, man. No, he's a very intelligent guy. He used the concept of widgets very, very well. Yeah, William, spell it with an N. Haney, yeah, he used that widgets very well. Really, he did, because he got a bunch of YouTube channels that are widgets. Just, hey, man, it doesn't matter what their name is. It's the same product. He used it differently, though. I mean, when I said widgets, it's more like you can build the same factory can build anything. It doesn't matter what they're trying to build. It's just that's what it's producing. So anyway, yeah, man, he's wild with it, man. Brock Howard, what's up, man? Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, William Haney. They both moved to 175, looked average. They both got 80, 82, 83 KO rates. Morrell has a 4-inch reach advantage. Oh, if Morrell has a 4-inch reach advantage, yeah, that's going to be a tough fight, man, because he's got an excellent jab. And that explains why he's got such a jab. I think arm reach in boxing is a very underrated thing. I think it's very, very underrated. Very underrated. Benavidez will drown Morrell in the deep waters. I don't know, man. Hey, dude, let me tell you something. Those Cuban fighters are some of the best fighters in the world. Cuban fighters can box, man. They can really, really, really box. If a Cuban fighter does not want, usually, a Cuban fighter does not want you to walk them down, dude, you're not going to walk them down, man. They've got some of the best footwork in the world coming out of Cuba. What's up, Opulent LDTV? Is Cat slowly rolling the show. I appreciate anybody coming into the show. Man, I can't wait for this fight this weekend, though. But you still got Supreme Cam says he still got Morrell. Look, I'm just telling you, man. Those Cubans got excellent footwork and they've got excellent endurance. I would not bet on a Cuban fighter running out of gas unless it's Uriokas Gamboa later in his career or something. You know, there's an exception to every rule. But no, man. That dude, if he fights like Erislandy Lara, if he takes like an Erislandy Lara approach to this fight, it's going to be a long and frustrating night for David Benavidez. If he decides to outbox him, if David Morrell decides to just outbox him and he can land really stiff jabs to the body, take some air out that tank, man, I think you can see an upset, man. I'm serious, man. I think you can see an upset. If he channels, what's up, David Tistain? If he channels his inner Erislandy Lara, I think Erislandy Lara is one of the most underrated fighters in boxing, man. What a great career Erislandy Lara has. He's a 2-division world champion. And he fought some of the best fighters out there. And many people think he beat Canelo. Man, they ain't giving him no credit for no Hall of Fame either. I'm telling you, there's double standards. Andy Gill said they're trying to show Benavidez how to cut off the ring. He looks like his feet were stuck in cement. Very slow, mad, sluggish. Look, man, I think David Morrell foreshadowed. I think David Morrell foreshadowed his approach when he did this. when he did that very accurate imitation of David Benavidez trying to walk him down. Opulent LDTV said he beat Canelo in my opinion. Hey, man. Yeah, in my opinion, he beat him too. Honestly, man, I thought Canelo beat Gennady Golovkin all 3 times. I think he lost to Lara. I think he lost to Trout. I thought he lost to Lara, and I thought he lost to Trout, which is why, no joke, I really think that Terrence Crawford could be problems for him. Because if they can operate at the level of Erislandy, if he can operate at the same dimensions and relative strength as Erislandy Lara, man, because I think right now Erislandy Lara is trouble for Canelo. Miguel, hey, what's going on, Queen Vaughn? Morrell is a big dude. He definitely, if he keeps moving and working the body, he has a calm demeanor. Benavidez has work to do. Lara defeated, definitely beat Canelo. Fair enough. I thought Lara won that fight, Queen Vaughn. I really did. I think Erislandy Lara is one of the more underrated fighters of this century. And one of the reasons why I'm a big fan of Al Heyman is because he supports Cuban fighters. It is nice because a lot of other promoters didn't do that. A lot of other promoters chose not to promote Cuban fighters. If you guys can recall the treatment of Guillermo Rigondeaux, when Guillermo Rigondeaux was with Top Rank, it was despicable. It was despicable. David Testain said, but Bud struggled with Madmarov. Canelo is elite and younger. Yeah, he is. But Canelo is older than Madmarov in as far as the amount of professional fights he's had on their record. But look, Terrence Crawford also beat Madmarov. He also beat Madrimov. So I'm not sure what you can glean from a victory. I look at victories different than some other people look at victories. It seems to me when some people like to dissect wins, and they say, oh, like for example, Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford fought Madmarov, and Madmarov put up a good fight, and Canelo is better than Madmarov and smarter than Madmarov. So therefore, I think Canelo's going to win the fight. Okay, basic logic, right? My problem with that is that Madmarov lost to Canelo. So I think that analogy that comparison would go like this. Madmarov is similar to Canelo. Terrence Crawford beat Madmarov. Therefore, Terrence Crawford may beat Canelo. That's what that sounds like to me. Yeah, I know Madmarov is not Canelo, but I'm saying you can't use. I don't like when people try to use Terrence Crawford's victories as a way to diminish Terrence Crawford's chance against another person. To me, the Madmarov fight was evidence of Terrence Crawford beating Madmarov. Now, it could have been that Terrence Crawford just had an off night. That he expected one thing out of Madmarov, and Madmarov gave him something that he didn't expect. But at the end of the day, I think Terrence Crawford won that fight. I thought Terrence Crawford won that fight convincingly. So I can't sit up here and criticize and I would not use the loss to Madmarov as meaning really anything as it relates to Canelo. He might have knocked out Madmarov, and he still may lose to Canelo. Or he could have had a more difficult time with Madmarov and still be able to beat Canelo. It just depends on the day. You know what I mean? He's an older fighter. He may have he may have been underwhelmed for the fight. He may have just minutely underestimated him, or his coaches got the wrong call on how they thought that he was going to fight. I think a lot of the success of Terrence Crawford in the Errol Spence Jr. fight goes to Terrence Crawford's team, and the fact that Terrence Crawford's team broke down Errol Spence Jr. and had a game plan that was there to beat Errol. But what if their team just got the game plan wrong on Madrimov because there wasn't enough tape on Madrimov to really know what he was doing? I think a lot of things can come into play with the performance for a fighter. So as long as the fighter won the fight, I say, hey, man, he won the fight. You know what I mean? He won the fight. He got accomplished what he's supposed to get accomplished that day. And, hey, it may have just been that, that day wasn't his best day. What's going on, Rick Timms? Queen Vaughn said Madrimov was very awkward and he was faster than people thought. Yeah, something like that can take place. Longer, faster, more experience. You underperform, you underprepare, or you prepare in, he puts wrinkles in there that you didn't expect. So I don't, like I said, I mean, I wouldn't do that to Terrence Crawford. I wouldn't criticize him for a win. You just don't know. I just don't know what happened that day. And boxing, it matters a lot what that what's going on with that fighter that day. If the fighter doesn't feel well going into the fight, there's a big percentage chance that he's not going to win that fight. If he doesn't feel well or he's got a cold, if you have a cold or you have something like that, you could fight somebody that just 3 weeks ago you whooped up on, and then you're sick and your reactions isn't right and you take a loss. That's what I think. Dank Lucane says, I think Victor Conte will have Bud ready. You think so? Hey, yeah, I think so too. Yeah, dog, I think so too. I'd like to say Victor contributed to Bud's win. Oh, Victor Conte definitely contributed to Bud's win. I think that's very fair to say. Yeah. You've never heard anybody say that when you work with Victor Conte, you do not get improvements. So, I mean, as far as Victor Conte being somebody that can get you significant increases in your athletic performance, yeah, Victor Conte's the guy. Whether it was, and it maintains that way because that's what they say. Yeah, they say snack works. So, whatever his system is, whatever his ingredients are, whatever his system and ingredients are, he's known for getting results. So, yeah, I would definitely agree with that Victor Conte helps him. I don't think anybody should get mad at me for saying that. I have been listening to I would like to make a point. I have listened to or read several tweets by Rachel Donaire. And I want to say that I had never really I've heard her say it before, but I never really took into consideration the practical impact in boxing of VADA and USADA. When she asked the question, when was the last time USADA did a test? Hey, Phenomenal Show, what's up, man? Hey, Phenomenal Show said PBC dead. Brunch Boxing just announced that Canelo was staying with the PBC, which we already knew. Errol Spence gets the last laugh, baby. Errol's getting that Canelo fight, bro. Thank you for that. We're at 7. By the way, you guys get me demonetized when I talk politics. Either that or this vape does. Man, hey, Barbara D is a cheerleader for the PBC. Yeah. She said, yay. Yes. She said, Canelo was staying, huh? Canelo said, no, me no need nobody needs your clean. I don't want to go to work for your cleaning factory. Can't feel it, Collins. Hey, I'm not going to read that, man. You have to say that to my face. The one thing about Twitter is nobody can see your comments. Of the majority of the people here, they can't see your comments. So I'm not going to read that, brother. I see it. I know what you said, but no, thank you. I'm not going to enter that into the conversation. Please, if you want anybody on Twitter want to say something, say it to me. I'm not going to bite you. Ain't nobody going to come rushing in your house and snatch you at your house because you said something to me. I mean, what are you talking about? I'm not the police, and I ain't sending nobody to get you. You can jump up on here and say what you got to say. There's a dude that called me non. I threw the Negro off for calling me non. But then later on, I'm like, he called me non in the chat, and I was like, ah. And it was funny, man. Hey, man, speaking of which, where's Rollo? Where in the hell is Rollo? Has anybody seen Rollo? I have not seen Rollo. GD's resume is better than everyone on Buzz combined. I don't know, Curly J. Who? I hate saying this. Who did Gennady Golovkin beat? Who did Canelo Alvarez? Who did Gennady Golovkin beat? That's better than Errol Spence. Oh, not his resume, but Gennady Golovkin himself. Oh, you mean Gennady Golovkin's resume is not better than Errol Spence's. The chat is a safe haven for keyboard thugs. They just come to argue and never hit the links. And surely, not with their cameras on. Hell no, they be having VPNs. First, they got a VPN. That's the first thing they do. Before these trolls pop up out here, they get a VPN. They get a VPN, then they get a bunch of accounts, man, and just keep switching up the names. But anyway, it doesn't matter to me, man. It's all love, man. I appreciate you guys for listening. Seriously, man, I never thought I would miss the Devin Haney, man. Devin Haney has a whole crop of hating ass black folk that ain't watching me now because Devin Haney has mind copulated them into submission. Jeez Louise, man. You guys got to give me a break with that Devin shit, man. Man, you oversold. You guys need like a lesson on not overselling somebody. I'm not overselling Gervonta Davis. I'm just giving Gervonta Davis his credit. I'm not overselling David Benavidez. I'm giving David Benavidez his credit. Cole the Comic, what up, man? You said, what's good? Al been taking good care of his fighters and can't buy him out. PBC cards still running boxing. Yeah, they didn't have enough. Why don't they have enough money to get Canelo? Can we make up a narrative? Put a 1 in the chat if you will allow me to make up a narrative like they always accuse me. You said facts, new Gervonta and David sell themselves. Dude, hey, let me tell you something. You're going to have a big-ass star in David Benavidez, man. If David Benavidez can beat so I was allowed to make up the narrative. Let me make this narrative up. Canelo Alvarez did not sign with Turkey Al-Sheikh because he could not provide proof of funds. That's the perfect one, bro. That's the perfect fake narrative. I'm going to make up that fake narrative. I'm going to do a Ray Davis. Hey, man, thanks, Jeep Red Boy. We're at 8. Oh, my God, we're at 8. Thank you, man. I'm trying so hard to raise this money. For real, I'm going to start giving you real hardcore opinions, man. I realize, man, I'm not really giving you guys hardcore appearance, man. Hell yeah, that check didn't clear, dog. Queen Vaughn said, hey, that check didn't clear when they tried to put that money in escrow. Dog, I'm gonna do a video like that, dog. I'm gonna do a video and I'm gonna say that shit. I'm gonna clickbait the fuck out you niggas just for doing it. That's what I'm finna do. Phenomenal show. Thank you for becoming a member. David Benavidez was on Nightcap with Ocho. Was on Nightcap with Ocho Cinco and Shannon Sharp. Oh, he's big time. I'm telling you, he's going to be big time because he can. The Mexicans, if he beats David Morrell, dude, I'm telling you, he's on his way to being a big time star, bro. Because David Benavidez is exciting, man. David Benavidez is exciting to watch. I've been doing David Benavidez videos for 7 years. Because I saw that boy fight, and I'm like, that dude is nasty with it, man. And hand speed is nasty. That hand speed is nasty. Thank you, Sunchild. For real, for real, for real. I got big expenses that we're trying to do because we got to do these big time videos over on MH Blackwell. I'm not giving you daily. Don't forget about MH Blackwell, by the way. I'm not doing the live streams over there because I got to get people over here used to watching it on Fanon again. Because I'm changing because, man, you're going to love these videos that we're about to drop that are in production. Oh, and he talks good shit too? Yeah. And he speaks fluent ass English. Fluent ass English too. That helps, man. That helps a lot that he speaks fluent English. Marquis said, I wish he would have gotten that role in Creed versus his brother. Oh, man, that's crazy. He looks more like a heavyweight. Yeah, he's a big boy. Hey, Phenomenal Show said, I've been a member, Noob. Thank you, bro. Well, you know, when you redo the membership, I got to say super duper thank you, bro. Side note, people don't realize you hold back a lot over here. I hold back a lot. I'm not going to hold back no more, bro. Paulie Malignaggi is a fucking idiot, and he needs to shout. He needs to stop running his mouth. He's doing it to be salacious. He's only doing that shit to be salacious, man. Paulie Malignaggi is a bright guy, but he knows what he's doing. So that's a character flaw. If you're smart enough to know better, then you got what you're displaying is a character flaw. Seriously, I don't want to beef with YouTube channels because I got respect for people. But you guys got some real fucking character flaws you guys are showing. I do. I'll tell you in a minute. I got some mental flaws. I'm crazy as batshit. What do you call it? Crazy. Yeah, crazier in the bag. I'm crazier in the bag of angel dust. I know that. I'll admit it freely. And you should take note. Seriously. Not put together well in the dome piece. I'll admit that. Y'all, on the other hand, are allergic to the fucking truth. Okay? You guys are allergic to the truth. It's like the truth is right there. No. Hey, pay me and I can make some shit up where they won't pay attention to the truth. Lie like rugs, bro. Like rugs. Hold on one second. That's 12, 13, 14. Thank you so much. That's 4. Phoenix Assassin says, only one that doesn't miss Devin is Ryan's left hand. Saw the clip of Floyd telling Eddie about he got exhibitions, Bud looking at him salty like Porter isn't allowed to spar Shakur again. Oh, because Porter thumped him up a little bit. Hey, man, that's a good sparring match for Shakur, though. Because that dude is rough and rugged, bro. Ox Steel said, oh, and let me say thank you again. For real, thank you, man, because I appreciate you guys to support this channel. That dude named Dave, also a member a year and still legal in these streets. Hey, man, I know. Hey, what do the Puerto Ricans think? Hey, do we got any Puerto Rican? We got, what is it, Boricua? Do we got any Puerto Ricans in the building, man? Any Puerto Ricanos in the house? Hey, Adrian Molina and Mr. Soto, what do y'all think about the immigration thing in the United States? I'm interested in want to know what the Puerto Ricans think. Coach Kenny pitched an unconventional yet generous offer at Shakur Live. If anything, it was a compliment. $5 to $6 million is a great offer when you don't sell and fans are walking out of your fights. Damn, that's civil. That's sad. That's savage. Ox Steel. Salute to Fanon in the chat. Salute to you, Ox Steel. I'm gonna go get my beard trimmed today if I can afford it. Woo! Man. Man, tell me something. Fuck these taxes. Okay, let me tell you something about these. I will vote for Trump for his 3rd term if they get rid of the IRS and give it to the states, bro. Man, I wish they would tax these corporations much more heavily, bro. That dude named Dave, every Puerto Rico I talked about is happy about deportation. Hell yeah, they said, look, dog, They said, don't worry, we got a bunch of Puerto Ricans that'll come over there. That's who's going to do the work, the Puerto Ricans. They got a bunch of poor Puerto Ricans that can come over here and please let them do, please. Can we please have the Puerto Rican women take over the house cleaning in the United States? Can we please have that? Seriously, man, I love y'all Mexicans. Y'all know y'all my people. You know you are, and I want you to stay. But if these conservative bastards get their way, you guys got to get reported by those. You guys got to get replaced by the Puerto Ricans, bro. You guys ask who's going to do the work? Puerto Ricans. They got plenty of Puerto Ricans. They can empty out that whole goddamn island. Put it over there in Cali. Come on, man. They be fine. They'll be doing it, dog. Go get them Puerto Ricans and move them right on over there, dog. That's my plan B. I swear to God. And hey, that is my plan B, bro. And followed by Dominicans. What's up, So Deep? Hey, I support the Puerto Ricans. I support the Mexicans. I don't want y'all to go nowhere. But hey, if these conservative ass bastards get their way, if Trump gets their way, hey, man, shit still work got to get done. Boricua can't. Hey, somebody said Boricua can't hate on that. Hell, I didn't know you Puerto Rican, Queen Vaughn. Boricua can't hate on that. Hell no. Because them Puerto Rican niggas is coming over here too. Y'all, hey, we'll get along. We them Puerto Ricans, we'll get along. We can work with the Puerto Ricans on some social reforms too. We can get along. It ain't no lie. We'll get better along with them Puerto Ricans, and they U.S. citizens. There ain't no such thing as an illegal immigrant Puerto Rican. No, there's not. You're not sending us black back to the field. Hell, let me tell you something. The one thing I agree with is them Negroes ain't getting out of them hot ass fields. Now, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. We can get political right now. Them black folk in them cities ain't gonna go back down there to Mississippi, start getting around them fields. Okay? They ain't moving over there to California. Them niggas ain't, not a lot of them ain't pulling out them lawnmowers either. All right, for real, sure. Okay, cool. Hold on 1 second. Four weeks away. I don't see it, man. Oh, you shared a post. I got it. You talking about Rick Glazier already announcing that the fight is dead? What else you expect? What else you expect? Oh, he said, I go back to any field. Oh, hey, Queen Vaughn, did you mean to say that you're going back? Did you want? Hey, I ain't gonna tell you, dog. I'm not going to no field now. I ain't going to no field. Not the kid. The kid ain't trying to do it. The kid ain't trying to hurt it. Yes, Noop, he already setting up the lie about the pay-per-views the day of the fight like he always does. That dude is an idiot. Yeah, he's an idiot, man, but he's good. He's good comedy. Dude, see Rick Glazier get his fat ass thrown out of a fight was the funniest video of the year. Man, that dude said, I'm sorry, politely told him to get the fuck out. Martin laughing, I don't do bully no more, except that's true. Harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. So bringing in Puerto Rican sisters, hell yeah. Bring them on in. Bring them on in. That is legal immigration like a mug, man. I hope y'all listen. I said us American Negroes got too much white in us to go back to any field. We ain't going back to no field, bro. Mm-mm. We're not going back to the field, bro. There's going to be like random farmers here and there. No. Mm-mm. No, 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 no. I can show you my vision, but seriously, why don't y'all talk about bringing these Puerto Ricans in to replace somebody? But you know what they're going to want to do. They'll bring some Yugoslavians in, something like that. Let me put another link in here. Man, I'm having so much fun today. I certainly hope I can make the target today, really and truly, because as you know, the channel did not do any videos for well over 6 weeks. So still got expenses. Thank you to everybody that supports the channel. For real, for real. Super Chat Thursdays are always a big day for the channel. I want to get you guys' attention on what's going to be the fight of the night. Brandon Figueroa versus Steve Fulton Jr. I want to talk about that fight for a minute. That fight right there is the fight of the year so far. Hey, who won the press conference yesterday? Who won the grand arrivals yesterday? Did anybody get a news report on who won that? You get yourselves some Modern Farms, big money. Yeah, I'm just joking. I know there's going to be farmers out there. Don't get me wrong, but do not think that is like going to be like, honestly though, man, for real, that is kind of snotty. So for real, like on the housekeeper shit, yeah, I think there's a black woman trope on housekeepers. There should be black female house cleaners. You should just pay them for like $20 an hour. Or excuse me, you should just pay them like $100, $200 a house. Let them get three houses in a day. They can make some money. The thing is that you just got to have a bigger black middle class. You have to have a bigger black middle class, which means that you're going to have to stop all this damn immigration from Europe. You got to stop the immigration from Europe, and you got to lock down the internet and stop allowing all of this garbage that takes American money right out of the country. That's what I'm in favor of. Martin for president. I would put an economic embargo on cats, on the United States. Bump that. Money in, money not going out. Make our own products, do all of that stuff. Buy their stuff if you need to, but sell them stuff. Sell them things. Anyway, the phenomenal show easily because the language barrier, the translators were shitty. Oh, I don't know. Oh, about who won the press conference? I was just joking, man. You can't win a grand arrival. See, Martin for president. I'm telling you, man, if it was me, I can't lie, bro. I don't know about ICE. Dog, I don't know about ICE, bro. ICE seems to be like kind of like like you sending the National Guard out to snatch people, bro. But I ain't gonna lie, dude. If I was a big time gangster, I'd be sending ICE to snatch your ass out your house too. So I can't really blame Trump. Dude, Trump just a big ass thug. Trump said he is going to snatch you out your crib. You're here. Where's your paperwork? Damn. My guy said 1866 DHS 2 ICE. That's messed up. Man, Selena Gomez was really taken back over that stuff. Trump and the economy has no problems with Europeans coming to America illegally. No, they don't. You can't get any votes out east if you're that way. Hell yeah, he's a Trump. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, he's a thug. I can't lie. That's how I do it. I can't lie. If I was the biggest thug in the world, if you said boo, I'd snatch you at your house. So I'd snatch you at your house, get you beat up, and throw you back in your house. Every time you said something crazy. If I was the biggest thug in the world, I wouldn't even be pulling out. I'd just bring bats. That's what a real thug would do. Just do exactly what he's doing. He's kicking your door down and he's beating you up with a bat. Then he's putting you in the back of a truck and he's driving your ass to a cage. As far as thugs go, man, that's classic thug move right there. Don't let me be King Thug. Don't let me be King Thug. That's exactly what I would do. Pay a cop. I pay the cops, beat your door down. No joke. That shit. That's why I say I think that Donald Trump is a great executive. I think he's a great executive. He said, we got a problem with people in the country, so we're just going to beat the door down and snatch them and throw them out. And Selena Gomez was crying, knowing she ain't going no damn where. Maybe with all that money, you guys should be hiring lawyers to get these people in here legally. You know? But, you know, that's just me. A lot of them love him, so this is definitely a horror movie for them. Yeah, we told them, no. Told you. Go that you out there. I'm going to get demonetized for this video. Go out there trusting them white people. You are do. Every single solitary time I talk to somebody that is not black, I always tell them America's a great place as long as you don't trust them white people too much. You trust them too much, your ass is going to get cooked eventually. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get your ass cooked eventually fucking around because you're going to get ambitions of great grandeur. They're going to treat you nicely and you're going to think that means that they think you're equal. They don't think you're equal, not in some other way, as in who's supposed to have the money. They're supposed to have the money, you're not. So once you start getting too funny, they're going to do some shit like sick ice on your ass and throw your ass back to Mexico. That's what they're going to do. And I'm telling you, they'll do the same thing to the people from India. If they get sick of you, they're going to make up some bullshit. I'm telling you, they're going to make up some bullshit, plaster that shit all over the news, send ICE to snatch you out your house and throw you out. That's what they're going to do. They have to throw us in prisons. They can't throw us out of the country. They have to throw us in prisons. And we know all the time. They go, what's going to happen next? They're going to make up some bullshit to throw a bunch of Negroes in jail. What they going to do to you? Make up some bullshit to throw your ass out the country. To detain you, which is to throw your ass in jail first. Then they're going to throw you out the country. Okay? And that's going to be what it is every time you act like you deserve more money than them. You're going to get your ass thrown out the country. If you're American, you're going to get your ass thrown in jail. And I don't know why you guys don't catch that that cyclical, very cyclical circumstance. Well, we told you. What happened? I'm telling you, what happened to them Asians that wanted to get rid of wanted to get rid of affirmative action? They're at the major schools. Their admission numbers went down because they're like, okay, cool. We don't have to use race as a percentage. We can let a bunch of black folk in. We don't have a quota no more. That means more black people can get in. That's the thing they don't tell you about that with that DEI stuff. That DEI stuff is almost guaranteed. Almost guaranteed to make sure you get next to no business. But if you can somehow finagle your way to get a non-DIE contract, dude, you can make a lot of money if you can close deals outside of DEI. That's why I'm saying DEI is something. No, I didn't believe it at first because I got a friend that was a mayor and he was like, yeah, he hated the MBE program in the city that he was a mayor in. And the reason he hated it is because it means blacks can't get any major contracts. Because every dollar for a black-owned business has to be calculated against DEI quotas, and if they make the quota, they're done. It's not. I'm telling you, that shit doesn't even work the way that it was intended to work for the people that it works for. And white women don't have a problem because they can get major contracts. Not all women-owned business get WBE deals. I'm telling you, the boy's a savage, man. I respect his gangster. I respect his gangster. That dude named Dave said, ended affirmative action and now Asian and women numbers went down. Black stayed the same. Jokes on them. I'm telling you, they fundamentally did not understand what that as good at math and science as they were. They're dumb as shit in political science. They're dumb as shit in political science. Bad move, dummy. Yes, okay, you can get the numbers, but that just means you don't understand what the test is about. They fundamentally did not understand what the test was about. And that landed them there. I'm going to do more MH Blackwell videos. For real talk, y'all don't want to debate me in no boxing. I'm not debating these. I ain't losing no political debates. Because you know damn well I'm not going to get into that shit if I can't win. Ty Drakeford said, I mean, seriously, what about the history of this country would make you think they can be trusted, but they voted for him, so good luck. I'm telling you, there's nothing in the history. Man, you trusting some goddamn British people? I'll trust some Russians. I'll trust some Irishmen, and I'll trust some Russians. I ain't trusting them Brits. I'm sorry, bro. I know that they're not all white people are the same. I'm not trusting. I'll trust them country white boys because them country white boys going to tell you exactly what they finna do. Okay, them country white boys, I trust them because I know damn well they don't like me. And there ain't no faking. It's them New York, them northern ones. Woo-wee. And Southern Negroes. Them Southern Negroes, boy, let me tell you something about them Southern Negroes. They will, especially them Atlanta Negroes. T. Orlando's like the exception to the rule with Atlanta Negroes. They want to smile in your face and stab you in your back. T. Orlando just want to make fun of you in your face, then stab you in the back. Yeah, I'm just trying to told you. I'm trying to tell you. Black folk got Trump elected. What's up, Heather E? How you doing, sister? Don't hold my Puerto Rican women replacing Mexican women as housekeepers. Don't get mad about that. I'm just trying to keep the black women up out the Aunt Jemima commercials. Putin showed an old depiction of Jesus as a black man. The Vatican shit they robes. Look, man, of course Jesus is a black man. Man, Jesus is what would be considered a black man in America. I believe that. Who else would get treated like that? Who else? Anyway, though, shout out to Vaughn. Hey, did you say you Puerto Rican? No, you black American. You didn't say you Puerto Rican. And there's a lot of Puerto Rican black Americans, by the way. Anyway, I want to talk about Errol Spence Jr. He said no BS. Hell, I'm telling you, man, I like white people. I really do. I like Mexican people. I really do. Like, there's a lot of white people that I meet that I really like. There's a lot of Mexican people that I met that I really like. Way more Mexicans that I've met that I like than I don't like. Way more white people that I've met that I like than ones that I met that I don't like. Same thing for black people too. Way more black people I meet I like than I don't like. Just on an individual basis. But it's a shame that the group dynamic behaves in the way that the group dynamic does. But the group dynamic behaves that way because of people like these boxing clowns. I've always said that this channel really, I like to talk about boxing, but boxing is really just a microcosm of the world in large. So everything that you see in boxing, you're going to see reflected in every other area of human endeavor. You're going to see some lion-ass people sitting on top, making up a bunch of stories that they know they're pulling out of their asses and shoving in your face so much that you can't help but smell the shit. Then you shit-smelling ass with them lies they told. Metaphor is shit. They give you shit. Now you smell like shit. Then you take that smelly shit. Once again, I'm comparing the shit to the lies they tell you. And you take it and spread it like fertilizer and grow weeds grown of the shit that they spewed to get the money that they get for spewing that shit. I'm telling you, you're going to see that shit. You can do from a farmer to a YouTube channel unboxing to the news as it relates to people. Seriously, the church, it's all the same. It's all the same, bro. And they lie like rugs. They lie like rugs. And then turn around and call the people that point them out, that point out their lies. They turn around and call those people liars. So it's, oh, you're a liar, I'm a liar. And you know that if one person is lying and the other person isn't lying, and half the people believe one person and half the people believe the other, the person that lied wins. Because they managed to spread their lie to half the people. And half of those people are going to attack the people that are telling the truth. And both the person is lying and the person is telling the truth knows that the person is lying is lying. It's a very funny human dynamic. But eventually you lie so much that everybody's been lied to by you. And therefore your credibility is then shot because you no longer can work it. Am I right? Is he right? Am I right? Is she right? No, you have no credibility because you've lied to all these other people too. And they all now look at you like that person has no credibility. It sounds like that. It sounds like the mainstream media to me too. I'm telling you, that's what it is. That's what it is. And they don't care. They wind up destroying the entire ecosystem that they told those lies about. Yeah, boxing hacker and frequent flyer fertilizer spreaders. Yeah, I mean, they just, exactly, bullshit. It comes around to bullshit. They bullshit. They be bullshitting. Anyway, you guys can click the link and prove me wrong. But we know full well that link is never going to get clicked. There's not enough people in his chat. There's only 339 people here. That's not enough for me to get up there. Yeah, okay, guy. I'm telling you, Rick Timms, it's crazy, man. Speaking of which, I want to get onto this Errol Spence Jr. and Terrence Crawford thing. Errol Spence Jr. and Gervonta Davis retiring. I want you guys to notice something. If Gervonta Davis were to retire today, people like Paulie Malignaggi, people that like these YouTube channels, would have literally complained about this guy his entire career. He's got 30 fights if he retires after 33 fights. Say he has 3 more fights and retires. They would have complained about him his entire career. Nothing would have ever been good enough. He'd be a great underachiever until it's time to vote for him for the Hall of Fame. And then when they can sell his highlight knockouts and they can sell the story of Gervonta Davis and show him and feature him now that he's not boxing, it'll switch up. I need folks to help in getting Logic Lacquer information because I got a sneaky suspicion Ice need to talk to him. Man, if you guys start calling Ice on YouTube channels, I'm not gonna retire. I'll just laugh. If Tank retires, I'm quitting boxing too. You shouldn't. There's good other young fighters coming up that are good looking, Queen Vaughn. There are other light-skinned braided fighters coming up. But man, seriously, man, I love Gervonta Davis as a fighter. I love him as a fighter. I'll take a bite in ratings to talk about that dude when he's not fighting. Just because, man, we can't continue to have all of this. MacGyver laughing. I know you, man. MacGyver, you are paper thin with that one. Queen Vaughn, you are paper thin with that one. Queen Vaughn is what you call a heterosexual female. Chill Noob, what up, man? Thank you for getting us further along to this goal. You know what is wild, bro? Nothing. No, I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna say that. Let me just say that no good deed goes unpunished, bro. So thank you, and I hope you don't get punished, Chillville. What up, man? You see, I'm riding with Terrence Crawford, bro. They won't even let me. They won't let me ride with Terrence Crawford, man. Terrence just re-signed with the PBC, man. So Bud's gonna have to go to the PBC to get that money. Chillville. Bud is gonna have to go to the PBC to get that money. That is what you call getting trapped. That is what you call getting trapped. That man has got to go to the PBC to get that money. Don't tell it's the truth now. It's the truth now. Because Canelo re-signed with the PBC. You know they're not going to let Amazon is not letting PBC slide, man. Do you see how many boxing matches that Amazon Prime puts on every day? Hey, put a 1 in the chat if you've noticed that. For the last 2 weeks, I have watched nonstop boxing on Amazon Prime. It's been available. Nonstop boxing has been available for free on Amazon Prime for at least the last month. Thank you, Chillville. Dog, Chillville, I'm trying to get on the pro Terrence Crawford side. I'm trying hard. I just want to let you know. I'm trying very, very, very hard, bro. Phenomenal shows, they push out a lot of boxing content, bro. They push out, I'm telling you, they push out so much boxing. You can watch boxing 24/7 on Amazon. With your Amazon Prime membership, you can watch boxing all day long. Old fights all day long. All the HBO. They got all the HBO stuff. They got all the HBO stuff. That boy got to sign with your boy. Full heterosexual, that's wild. But I thought, who's a full? No, I'm saying, I don't know if she's full heterosexual or not. I'm telling you, she got a thing for Gervonta. And that's all right. Young folks supposed to have a thing for for other young people that are doing things. You know what I mean? Ain't no problem with that. I'm just cracking a joke. Though. No, she didn't respond again. Yeah, she laughed. Women love Tank. Yeah, they like Tank, man. They like little man Tank. Oh, we're talking about Queen Vaughn. MacGyver Boxing is Queen Vaughn. I'm sorry, I'm messing her fucking name up. Excuse me, I didn't mean to say your fucking name either. Hold on a second. Yeah, no, MacGyverick. Yeah, MacGyverick Boxing is Queen Vaughn. Heather E. That's what we talking about. Girls liked Ryan Garcia and girls like Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis gives off the whole Tupac vibe, and he's authentic with it. He's not fake with it. That's like authentically him. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Game recognized game. Oh, what you miss? Oh, nothing. I was just saying, we were talking about you being a heterosexual woman. And it was very obvious that you got an eye on Tank. If Tank hollered at you, I think Tank got a shot with Queen Vaughn. I think he got a 9 out of 10 shot. You know what I mean? Oh, had to get your matcha tea. Oh, I need to get some of that tea. I do. Hey, Barbara D said, I like Tank, but he's just a baby. I'd be his sugar mama. Man, said he definitely does. And I'm saying he does. He gives off the little authentic Tupac vibe, especially with all the ungodly hating. Jeez Louise, the ungodly amount of hating. The ungodly amount of hating. Now you see how light-skinned black folk live. I would say that it's because he's light-skinned. I think it has something to do with the fact that he's light-skinned. Would I be wrong to say that in the black community that I think these people may not like him because he's light-skinned? Martin, do you think Tank is talking about retirement because the game of boxing doesn't show him enough love, or because the corruption of the fighters Keep ducking. I think because he got a lot of money. I think he's talking about retirement because he's got a lot of money. Oh, phenomenal show said low key. A lot of the hating comes from that. Yeah, it does. Yeah, dude. He's got the money. Is why he's talking about retiring. If it's my money, I'm giving him $400 million a fight just to spite people. Seriously, man, that's what I want. I want some rich African king. He said, and because he's light-skinned, I can relate to the hate. I know you light-skinned people all stick together. Queen Vaughn admits it. Y'all little yellow niggas always be sticking together. Mm-hmm. Hanging out in cruise. trying to divert all that pressure y'all under. I got to tell you, man, I've always thought that was wild. We all we got. Hey, dog, we all we got, man. No joke, bro. Hey, man, for real, Kamala, my wife did not play about Kamala Harris, bro. My wife, dude, seriously, fangs bared. T. Orlando almost got me divorced, man. T. Orlando, I'm serious, man. T. Orlando is a large reason I had to take 6 weeks off. Because that damn presidential election, man, I let T. Orlando talk on my channel. Man, this Negro had my wife so mad. Man, he had my wife so mad talking about Kamala Harris. I was like, man, it was too much stress. It's hard to get out of the bed wearing silk pajamas. Man, no, it's not. If you ain't got, hey, let me tell you something. It's hard to get out the bed if you got a fat bank account. Them silk sheets ain't doing shit. There go Rick Timms. There go Rick Timms. There go Rick Timms. Seriously, man, my wife would jump. If I was talking bad about Kamala Harris, my wife would unplug this goddamn computer. For real. If I would have continued to allow people to talk crazy about Kamala Harris not being black, my wife would have unplugged this computer and said, no, I want a divorce. You keep doing that shit, I want a divorce. It was that much stress, bro. Hey, you encouraging T. Orlando? I just want to let you know, T. Orlando, there's real consequences to your shenanigans, dog. Real consequences to your shenanigan, man. Hey, by the way, we are 16 into the goal of 30 for the support for the channel. For real, we took 6 weeks off, so we've got additional, operating expenses that are not covered by our revenue. So we appreciate all the support that business-minded people, that support black businesses give. But that's 16. So thank you guys so much for the 16 people that put us halfway. We're halfway there. Ain't seen Kamala since she looks stressed now. Oh, look, she about not to have to be stressed at all that money she about to make. Kamala Harris's consolation prize is she's about to become a multimillionaire. Said a real sister would have Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B for a presidential campaign. I'm going to call you McGaverick Boxing. Will you stop? Look, I'm like Hannibal Lecter. I'm getting in your psychology. Stop. I've been telling you this girl scares me, bro. A co-leading comic says, I'm telling you, man, I'll do some Hannibal Lecter shit on you, dog. I'll start looking at your psychology. That girl scares me, dog. She's somebody's like, I can't stop looking, but at the same time, I know it's extremely dangerous. I have a sneaking suspicion she's packing at all times. Man, no joke. In Chicago one time, I should tell you this story. I got hit on in Chicago. And I got warned at the same time. Like, nigga, they're trying to get you. They're trying to rob you. It's like, what? They're like, man, them girls trying to rob you, dog. Hey, I can't take her seriously after that. Kamala wasn't taking us seriously. Heather E., the conservative black Negroes. Boxing has a lot of conservative black Negroes. He said, I'm a lot, and I live in Florida. Oh, what do you mean? I don't get that. We have boxing. I got nothing but respect for you. Don't take what I'm saying seriously. I'm just playing with you, young lady. Not one black woman who supported her can say they relate to washing greens in a bathtub. They're not poor, because they weren't raised by no Indians. Oh, yeah, type it back in. Retype that, Queen Vaughn. Of course she was rushed. And she got into a failure. You can't switch horses mid-race. Oh, and I'm packing, as you say. Yeah. Yeah, no kidding. I can see your gun through the internet, Queen Vaughn. I can see your gun through the internet. I've never washed greens in a tub. No, I've never seen greens washed in a tub. I must admit. I can imagine them being washed in a basin. In like that, the one you take outside. But no, I do believe that she ate greens was the purpose. You know what I mean? Can you relate to eating some greens? And yes, bathtub greens, you can wash greens in a bathtub. It's nothing that usually that black women will do, though. Because most black women that I know will not allow you to, if you use scissors on some dog food, if you have a bag of dog food and use scissors, my wife would throw a fit if you ever use those cigarettes to open a bag of food. You can wash them. You can disinfect them. You can, I'm trying to tell you, you can, man, my God. So the idea of using the same place that you wash your ass is the place where you're going to eat your greens, ain't no goddamn way. Man, my wife, well, I'm telling you, man, if you use, I'm telling you, man, do not do it. My wife, man, my wife does not play that, man. He said, not at all. Hey, you ain't lying. Black women, no, black women are the clean. Black women, by and large, there's some nasty ass black women out there, don't get me wrong, are goddamn germaphobes, man. These chicks are germaphobes, bro. They ain't no way in the world they're doing that shit. That is for real. Because they germaphobes. But them Africans, Africans will eat with their hands. These black women in America ain't eating with their hands, bro. They are not eating. That's when they say y'all been around white folk too long. You better section off cleaning those greens if you have that much. What you need to do, let me tell you, this is what you have to buy for your greens, large amounts of greens. You have to buy one of these. You have to buy a wash basin. If you buy a wash basin, you're good. But they were poor, so they didn't have no wash basin. And they probably didn't have the time. He said, damn right, we eat with our hands. Yeah, Africans eat with their hands. Not no black women in America eating with their damn hands. Oh, my God. And you know what, though? I got to tell you. Dating exclusively black women. I have dated exclusively black women. I might have tricked off, here and there. But by and large, been dedicated to the cause of the black woman. Man, let me tell you, dog, you get to the point where you're so used to them being so neat that when you see somebody that's not, you're like, oh, she's so nasty. Martin, I can't find the boxing you speak about on Prime. I only see Fundora versus Zoo. You got to go to live TV on Amazon Prime. POW, POWNW. Go to live TV on Amazon Prime, and then they got a channel that's HBO boxing. Like, seriously, that's I admitted Puerto Ricans. I admitted it. Okay, I dated a Puerto Rican. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And if I wasn't already in love with other black women. I would have married that girl for sure. No qualms about that one, just bad timing. Martin, what you think about midair plane about the midair plane crash? What midair plane crash? Two planes crashed in midair? I think that's death by suicide. Barbara said, "Oh, Richter said, yep, too obvious." What's too obvious? Martin, what you think? What? I don't know about one. Hold on. Hold on. Wow. Washington, D.C. I didn't know about this. It just broke. Washington, D.C. officials believe there are no survivals after a jet carrying 64 people collided with military helicopter. Wow. D.C. Fire Chiefs and EMS John A. Conley speaks Nessie's crash alert was sounded at 8:48 p.m. last night. First responders said extremely frigid conditions. They found heavy winds. They found ice on the water, and they've operated all night under those conditions. Wow, man, that is terrible. Man, it's the apocalypse. Man, it feels like the apocalypse, man. So many crazy things. They got the forest fires. They got the man getting run down in DC. They got the South under a free zone. You got a guy just walking off and shooting a CEO in the back of the head. Now you got a midair plane crash. Wow, man. If I was doing a Malcolm X, I'd be like, man, this is the time. This is the sign of the end of times. It was actually the helicopter that hit the plane. If you see the footage, any way it cuts. Hold on, let me see if I can. All right, I'm gonna watch it while we talk. All right, wow, I can see the plane taking off. Everything's good. I see a helicopter. I think I saw a helicopter. Boom. Oh, I got to play that again. I was looking at the wrong thing. Oh, wow. Wow. Ooh, right at you. Boom. Oh, wow. That's wild. Ooh, that's wild. Helicopter and plane coming from Kansas, I think. Oh, for real? A lot of people on that plane were from the U.S. ice skating nationals team. Oh, wow. Sorry to hear that, man. I wish I could get a 10 count. We're gonna do a moment of silence for the people that died in that airplane crash. Phoenix, the assassin in the building, says the plane was landing. The air traffic control told the helicopter to pass behind the plane, but it doesn't look like that happened. It looked like it ran right into it. Wow. My condolences to the people that were injured or that were killed. 40 people. 44 people. He said there's a video I saw that of the collision from afar. That plane went into the river fast. Oh man. The airplane hit a helicopter in DC last night, neither the airport nor 63. Oh wow. Oh, that's terrible. No survive. No, hell no, there were no survivors. That thing blew up. There was also probably no pain for the people. Wow, man. That's life, though. That's life. The air traffic controllers made attempts to contact the Black Hawk helicopter for 30 seconds, but no reply from the helicopter. It was a total of 67 with the helicopter. Oh, God. Raina AMC FSG GTD for life. Good morning, Martin. I was working last night on in-law enforcement when we got a call. It happened about 8:30 p.m. Wow. This sounds suspicious. It does sound suspicious. Who was on it? Who was on the helicopter? It was a military helicopter? Man, that's crazy. It was a military helicopter that ran into a... Anyway, click the link, man. Let's argue about immigration. Where's my guy? Hey, Rick Timms, man, I got to ask you a question, man. You got time? Rick Timms, you got time? Okay, yeah, that's sad, man. I don't know what to do after that. You want me to shut the show down. But yeah, it sounds very suspicious. But like I said, man, there's so much crazy stuff going on around the country. Those forest fires and then the mudslides, then the great freeze that took place in the South. You actually had an assassination of a CEO. And now you got this airplane crash. And before that, you had a cargo ship tear down a bridge in Baltimore. Man, you guys think we got domestic terrorists? Maybe all those UFOs are domestic terrorists. Wouldn't that be crazy? Would that be crazy if these were domestic terrorists that were doing this and the government was trying to keep it under wraps? Hey, man, we're at 18s with my guy, Phoenix Assassin. Said, of course we have them. I mean, for real. New Orleans. Oh, yeah, New Orleans got frozen. Man, New Orleans getting frozen over is crazy. You know I believe in that voodoo, man. They got voodoo terrorists running around here, man, starting fires. Said it wouldn't surprise you. Yeah, man, I think it's an insurrection. I think they're keeping an insurrection under wraps, man. It's the Make America Great Again voodoo artists. I forgot about the New Orleans bombing, the Vegas bombing. Yeah, there was a New Orleans bombing. I didn't know there was a bomb that went off in New Orleans. I thought it was just a guy that turned the corner, drove down. I don't know how he drove down Bourbon Street, because Bourbon Street usually has barriers up preventing people from driving down Bourbon Street. How they even get him. It's crazy to me how that guy even got to turn down Bourbon Street. I've been to Bourbon Street more times than I can count. And every time I go there, there's barriers right off Canal and Bourbon Street. There's barriers there. And how do you drive down there? It's crazy. There shouldn't even be anybody driving down Bourbon Street, because Bourbon Street's always packed with people walking. You have police go down there, but that's it. Only people that got access to Bourbon Street, I thought, were the police. So to have that happen was like, did somebody take down the barriers on purpose or something? Because they talked about the security. Like the security, they've had security on Bourbon Street. They know not to let people drive down Bourbon Street because it's too packed. You don't see the appeal of Bourbon Street? Being drunk and seeing women's breasts during Mardi Gras? That's the appeal. He drove around. Yeah, but they got barriers, man. Not just cop cars. They got like these big steel poles in the ground that if you try to drive past them, you're going to get blocked. They should just have barriers up and down all those streets. He drove right past a cop. Man, that's crazy. Hey, good morning, John. Yeah, that's crazy, man. I have no idea how they let that fly. Oh, so the guy planted bombs before he killed all those people, but they didn't designate. Oh, okay. It was only 2 cop cars. They have the video. Yeah, that's crazy. They were disabled for the Super Bowl. That's the time you need them, is the Super Bowl. Man, that's crazy. Hold on a second. Both them dudes were ex-military from the same squad. Yeah, that's domestic terrorism. Homeland Security said the greatest threat to American security is white domestic terrorists. The Turner Diary playing out in real life. Yeah, white domestic terrorists. Look, man, you don't want them white people on your ass, I'm telling you. No, you do not. Mastermind, how can I help you, man?
Hey, man. Hey, big fight coming up Saturday, man. That's a 50-50 joint right there. Morrell and Benavidez. I might lean with the upset.
Morrell?
Yeah, that young cat is ferocious. He got a lot of strength. Man. He got this is gonna be one of the closest fight of the year right here. This is tough.
That or that undercard fight. That or that undercard fight.
What's the undercard fight?
Steve Fulton Jr. and Brandon Figueroa.
Oh yeah, Fulton, the one that fought a new way.
Yeah. It's a rematch.
Uh-huh. You said it's a rematch?
Yeah, they fought before. Steve Fulton Jr. That's how Steve Fulton Jr. unified against him.
Okay, now how has Fulton rebounded from the knockout loss to New Way?
He came back and won a fight, but he had a tough fight in his next fight. But he came back and won. If I recall, I think he might even I don't know if he got dropped. He might have got dropped. But if he didn't get dropped, it was at the very least, it was a tough fight.
Yeah, man. David Benavidez, he going the hard way out. I mean, geez. He going on the all-time great tangent if he can win, because he's gonna have to go through Better Beef and Bivol and to get the Canelo. Woo! That's
yeah.
tough.
Well, Beterbiev or Bivol, not both, but one or the other. But yeah, well, thanks, man. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate the call, man. I hadn't talked to you in a while.
Hey, I wanted to talk to you about that Canelo Crawford, man. I think.
What's on your mind?
I think if Crawford pulls that upset off, I'm thinking that would put him in top 3, if not number 1 all-time list. But jumping up 4 weight classes from 147 to 160, 135 to 168, and winning all those undisputed, he might be.
I think that's a little high, but I can appreciate you.
I hope he pulls it off, man.
Yeah, only problem is that fight probably not going to happen because the word is that Canelo just re-signed with the PBC. Are you there? All right, man. I'll get back.
All right. Okay.
All right, man. That was good. That was pleasant. That was surprisingly pleasant. He doesn't. Malcolm Allen, come on, man. I have no problem with people sounding crazy, bro. I'm not medicated. So, hey, man, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Let all the unmedicated people, please click the link. I fucks with Frequent Flyer, man. I don't care what Frequent Flyer says about me when I'm not around. Does not bother me at all, man. You know what I mean? Frequent Flyer has been a contributor to the channel. Frequent Flyer, I like Frequent Flyer. I like talking to him. His arguments are completely dishonest, but Fanon, you think PBC gonna block the fight? That's very loaded, bro. I think Terrence Crawford is gonna block the fight. Hey man, phenomenal show. 55 years old. You know I know what it is. I don't have a problem with fake people. As long as you consistently fake with me, I'm good with you. Don't get unfake though. You know what I'm saying? Once you get unfake, we're gonna have some problems. Hey man, Rick Champion, thanks, man. He said, thanks for wearing the Puerto Rican flag sweater. Man, everybody counting out my Cuban champ, Morrell Jr. They wrong, man. Anything can happen. Nah, Rick Champion, a whole lot of people got him, man. Oh man, she gonna hit the link. Oh man, come on, nigga. Don't get me in no trouble clicking no link now. I'm gonna hit the link after this fight, David. That's what's up, MacGyver. I need a co-host, man. That's what I need you to do. I need you to block out some time, do co-host the show with me. I'm looking for a female co-host for the mornings. I think it would be fun. My dude, Rick Timms. Rick, man.
Hey, what's up with it, man? What's going on?
Man, I think that there's an undercover war going on in the United States, man. They got all this kind of craziness going on, man. What you think's going on, man? You think Malcolm X is right? The chicken's coming home to roost in the U.S.?
Man, they gonna forever come home to roost. That's gonna be never ending. I mean, shit, our grandkids gonna be gone, and they still gonna be getting the repercussions of all this evilness they've inflicted on the globe. So, hell yeah, Malcolm was right.
Yeah, that's what's up. Hold on a second. Hey, Rick Champion, my pleasure, man. Shout out to Puerto Rico, man. Viva Puerto Rico, and they need to make it a state. Fanon, ain't nobody say I talk about you. You just playing right now. Somebody said you were talking bad about me. They say it all the time. Frequency, flyer frequency. People tell me you talk bad about me all the time. I hear it every day. I just said, look, bro, I don't. There's no need to tell me because I don't judge people based off what they say on other people's YouTube channel. So I just let it keep moving, man. If you polite to me, I'm gonna be polite to you. I talked to Bill Haney politely for a very long time. Matter of fact, I've never done anything but talk politely to Bill Haney. I know Bill Haney talked bad as shit about me. Yeah, man. So do you agree? Do you agree with them calling ICE on immigrants?
Man, I don't care. You know, I'm not mad about it. Dude, hey man, hey, I'm so immune to so much of this mainstream energy. You know, we've been so conditioned to be outraged about whatever hot topic is in the news.
Real quick, I need you to cook for like 3 minutes. Is that cool?
Cool. I got you.
Thanks.
Cool. So, it's like we get all wired up and get in an uproar behind shit we don't even fully comprehend. You know, it's like you see stuff that made the media wire, and everybody is in a flux about it. Every comment section is on fire about it, and everybody want to add their 2 cents to it. So, dude, when you detach yourself from this matrix, all this stuff no longer affects you the same way it used to, and you see through it off the muscle. You don't have to struggle with decide if I should get this needle in my arm or not. Should I decide, should I vote left or right? Should I decide if I support whoever? Man, this shit is such a big funky game that the 1% elite have tricked on the globe. Is dirty, dog. Is boo boo, and it's so prevalent and it has such a stronghold on the mainstream minded that you unknowingly participate in it and you pay into your own pain. It's so deep, dog. It's so deep, man.
I agree, man. You was out there cooking. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Did you hear what Paulie Malignaggi had to say about Tank and how he would have beaten all the Tanks? If he would have been undefeated if he fought the same people Tank fought.
Paulie, who got more knockouts, Paulie or Dev? I mean, come on, man. Paulie.
I thought you were gonna say Tank, man. I thought you were gonna say him or Tank. I'm like, man, you kidding me? I think that man got more knockouts, as damn near as many knockouts as that nigga got fights.
Right, man. Hey, man, Paulie have already made his position clear on black fighters, you know, in a closeted way to me. You know, he said some racial things that I completely do not rock with. And when people show that hand to me, you know, that racial hand, I know that hand is for real. I don't care if it's T.O., I don't care if it's Ryan, I don't care if it's Paulie. So when you show me you have that type of mindset, you trash to me. And I don't pay anything you say any mind. I wish you harm when you show me you have any type of white supremacist tendency or favoritism, you know. So F Paulie, you know, he can't beat Tank.
I was gonna say, man, my thing was the dude. Yeah, of course you can beat those dudes. You're a welterweight. Like you supposed to be able to beat 130 pounders, 135 pounds. Wasn't Paulie 140 pounder, 100 in a welterweight?
Right. He got up there. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
I think, he fought
a welterweight.
Yeah. Didn't he fight Broner at welterweight, or was that 140?
No, he fought Broner at welterweight.
Yeah.
He fought Miguel Cotto. He fought Miguel Cotto at welterweight, either welterweight or 154. He fought
hell yeah, welterweight. Sean Porter destroyed his ass at welterweight. Woo, Sean Porter. Ooh, yeah, Sean Porter hurt him badly. Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. The dude is a welterweight, talking about what he would do. And another thing is, he got those fights because people knew he would beat him. Like, it ain't the same thing as saying, like, you point to somebody like Ray Beltran, who fought a bunch of big names. They fought him because they knew they could beat him. At a certain point in time, if you're a type of dude that's not a top level, like a top level fighter, you get the fights. Shit, Amir Khan got a fight with everybody, man. Because as soon as they knew he could beat him, as soon as he was beatable, yeah, let's give him a fight. The problem is like Paulie bragging on the fact that people wanted to beat him because they fight him because they knew they beat him. And then he used that Adrian Bronner, said Adrian Bronner fought all these dudes. Same thing with Adrian Bronner. Adrian Bronner got that Manny Pacquiao fight. He got the Sean Porter fight. He got a lot of those big fights because they knew that they could beat Adrian Bronner. It wasn't when Adrian Bronner was at his best that he was fighting all those guys. He fought those guys after he lost most of those guys after he fought Marcus Maidana.
Oh,
so I'm just go ahead.
Man, when you just mentioned AB, man, it just saddens me, man. I mean, how do you lose the Blair to Flair, man? Is Blair to Flair that okay, or is Broner that, or is AB that down the drain? I mean, which one is it, dog?
Both. It's both.
Both. Wow.
It's both. Adrian,
he lost to Flair.
Blair to Flair acts a buffoon, so he's underrated. He acts a buffoon, so I just think he's clearly. I think Blair to Flair is underrated. Who'd he lose to? Alexis Rocha? I think he lost one fight to Alexis Rocha.
I think so.
Yeah, I think he lost
one loss.
One fight to Alexis Rocha. So, Alexis Rocha, I think Alexis Rocha is a good fighter. Alexis Rocha isn't the top 154, but I think that Blair to Flair because Flair is so animated, and he kind of does the goofy thing. the people treated him like he's a goofy. When in actuality, he's a good solid contender, I think. Not like somebody that I think is going to favor to win a championship, but I think somebody that if you put him in there with, a lot of mid-range to lower upper range and mid-range welterweights, I think Blair will beat him. I think Blair's a good fighter, man. And I think that Adrian Broner is well past it. So the answer kind of like both.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Bubby Thompson,
Blair's
not elite. No, Blair's not. I don't think Blair Cobb's elite. I'm just saying he's a solid fighter. He's better than people give him credit for.
I describe Blair as Rolly 2.0. They both goofballs. They have outrageous press conferences, and he's a notch above Rolly. He's like Rolly when it comes to presentation. Don't know what in the hell they gonna say, but he's more skilled than Rolly.
Oh, and Joshua said he lost to him and he lost to Maurice Hooker. Man, my bad. He lost to Maurice Hooker. I remember that. I thought that Maurice Hooker was a close fight, though. If I recall it correctly, I thought that was kind of close, but. But Maurice Hooker's the next champion, so ain't no shame in losing to Maurice Hooker. But again, I'm just saying that he's a solid fighter, a solid fighter. That if you're an older fighter who's well past your prime, you can get beat up by Blair Cobb. You know what I mean? Kind of like Sugar Ray Leonard got beat up by Macho Camacho. Not saying that Blair Cobb's as good as Macho Camacho, but
yeah, that was Sugar. That was Ray Leonard last fight, wasn't it?
Hell yeah, beat that dude, beat the brakes off of him too.
Yeah, man. That was painful to watch, man, to see. Hey man, when it's time to let it go, it's time to let it go, man. You can't hang too long for them checks, man. I mean, especially in a brutal sport like that. Football, boxing. I mean, them real contact, aggressive sports. Hey man, when you get up there in age, all them collisions and especially headshots, that's not recommended, man.
Hell no. Never recommended. Hey, Don Trey, man, thank you. Hey, real quick, man. Let me thank my guy. Mr. Thomas with the $2 says, salute for not. I got Pitbull stopping Paulie. Oh, damn. He got Pitbull Green stopping Paulie. I don't know. I think Paulie might be able to pull that off, man. If he don't get caught, but his ass get caught, dog. That shit could go sideways. But hey, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, Rick. We don't get debates on the channel no more, man. We got to go straight grown man talk, bro. Somebody said, ask Rick. Rick's a real OG. First of all, frequent flyer frequency. I'm a real OG. I'm telling you that I got a lot of respect for Phenomenal Show. That's my noob. I'm just saying, look, dude, I expect people to say, I don't care if you say something bad about me away from me. I don't care because I really can't. I'm not a policeman. You know what I mean? You can say whatever you want to say. You can come on back anytime you want to come back, man. You don't got to agree with me. You ain't got to like me. As long as we're polite to each other when we're talking and, you're not mistreating me, you're not lying on me, then it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? I talk bad as shit about you on the channel. I be going in on freaking fire. I can't be a hypocrite. If I go in on freaking fire, if freaking flyer go back in on me, it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I like frequent flyer, man.
I just conclude like this with what you just said, man. Dog, it's like, hey, man, you're not gonna make everybody happy, man. That's just the rule of law, man. That's just how the universe works. You can't make everybody happy. Everybody not gonna like you, and that's fine. I mean, people gonna say what they say. They gonna feel how they feel, and that is fine, dog. All you can do is proceed and keep moving forward and live your life, remain positive, and let the haters hate from afar. Because when you got haters, you got way more supporters. So that's life. All we can do is live it, man.
Yes,
all right,
sir.
Dog.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. We're going to end the show on my guy, my man, 100 grand, Rick Timms. Thank y'all for coming by. Like I said, we did 2 hours. We're going to be back to 2 hours. Next week, hopefully, we'll be back up to 3 hours. I think I'm going to have to get some hosts. Hey, man, does anybody want to earn a little dough? Because I ain't got but a little dough. for helping me organize some. I need help organizing some interviews with fighters, man. I'm not very good at calling people and staying on them about that, but I want to get some more fighters on here for some interviews over the next couple of weeks. So if anybody got any ideas, hit me on the DM. Any fighters that really want to get their name out there, because trust me, man, if we start arguing on this bitch, your shit will blow up. We proved that on multiple occasions. So anyway, that's my take, man. I'm gonna get off with you. Thank you, Rick. I appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir.
All right, yes, sir. Peace. And y'all have a wonderful day, man. Thank y'all. We almost made we had 18. So we almost made it. Thank you guys so much for everybody that supported. If we make the target on tomorrow, I do got an autographed Tommy Hearns glove for the highest donator. If we would have made it, it would have been Deborah Booker. I'm gonna probably give Deborah Booker one, and Chillville and Rick Champion. All of them supported with a $20 holler. In which case, I would have had to go with the female, because we give a 0.5% boost for all contributions by a woman. All right, Bumpy, I'll get back with y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day. Deuces.